Hi, in this video I will discuss disruptive innovations. Disruptive innovation is one of the most discussed and debated business concepts. With the promise of creating new industries and shaping the existing ones, disruptive innovations are both a threat and an opportunity for businesses. Before we delve into the theory, let me start with a question. How do you take your photos? Do you use your mobile phones for that purpose, or do you remember Polaroid cameras? Haven't you heard about Polaroid cameras before? Polaroid was once a pioneer in photography. It had a state-of-the-art product portfolio. Its cameras were so revolutionary that the Time magazine found it worthy to print Polaroid's founder and the CEO, Edwin Land, on its cover. Yet this company, which was once great, filed bankruptcy in 2001. Why? What happened? Polaroid failed to move to digital imaging. Digital imaging entailed both modular and architectural changes in the imaging technology. These changes were competence destroying since Polaroid's core competencies were in the chemistry of producing films. I like this quote here very much. Remember, you are always one innovation away from getting wiped out. It's also fair to say that you are one innovation from wiping out the competition. Hence, innovations have become an imperative for firm survival. In case of Polaroid, the type of innovation that wiped it out was a disruptive innovation. Disruptive innovation theory was first proposed by Harvard Business School professor Clayton Christensen. During early 90s, Christensen conducted in-depth and longitudinal case study of the disk drive industry. He observed that incumbent firms often missed out the next generation of disk drives, and consequently their technologies became obsolete and their leadership was overthrown. How come? How can we explain the incumbents' failures despite their initial competitive advantage and their enormous know-how and resources? It becomes more interesting. As Christensen dived deeper into the industry, he noticed that each new generation was inferior to the incumbent technology. Consider 525-inch drives. They had a smaller memory capacity than 8-inch drives. At the same time, mainstream customers were mini computer manufacturers. These customers demanded higher memory capacity. Although inferior in this primary performance dimension, the new technology was cheaper and smaller. These features were highly appealing to the emerging personal computers market. While incumbents were too busy with overshooting the basic and performance needs of mainstream customers, the new technology improved steadily. It could now satisfy the needs of mainstream customers in terms of memory as well. Consequently, many computer manufacturers switched to the new technology. The 8-inch drive technology became obsolete, often along with the incumbent. This is why Christensen coins the new technology as a disruptive innovation. We saw the same pattern in the case of Polaroid. Polaroid was very much focused on its primary business of films, which it generated 70% profit margins. And it had a rigid belief that customers needed printing their images instantly. Polaroid ignored the digital imaging because of several reasons. First, digital cameras at the beginning offered lower image quality. They were more expensive than Polaroid cameras, and more importantly, they didn't include any films to generate 70% profits from. Japanese competitors, however, seized the opportunity, targeted a niche market of customers that needed to take several photos and edit them on their personal computers. Before Polaroid realized this mistake, digital cameras improved their image quality and dropped their price. They consequently disrupted Polaroid. I should warn you that there is an ongoing heated debate on how to define and identify disruptive innovations, as these articles illustrate. Despite this recent discussion, disruptive innovation is a reality. Your company may be its next victim or victor. Therefore, our innovation strategy should take disruptive innovations into account. Disruptive innovation theory teaches us three important lessons for that purpose. 1. As we learned from Polaroid, your innovation strategy should focus not only on your core business. More importantly, you should invest also into technologies that can potentially cannibalize your own products and services. You should ask yourselves, what happens if your competitor comes up with these innovations instead of you? Can you afford it? Because of this cannibalization effect, current research suggests having a separate business unit dedicated for disruptive innovations. Second, as we learned from the disk drive industry, you should not overshoot the needs of your current customers, at least not the expense of the new ones. In other words, you should focus on the emerging needs of new or niche customer segments. Let's test our knowledge. Why do firms like Polaroid fail to notice or respond to disruptive innovations in time? To summarize, an innovation strategy should be, to a certain extent, aligned with and support the organizational strategy. In addition, an innovation strategy should be crafted according to the current and future state of the industry, customers, and competitors. After crafting an innovation strategy dynamically, the next step in the innovation journey is to implement it. Your organization needs to set up necessary organizational structures and processes. It should search for innovative ideas inside and outside of the organization. Design appropriate methodologies to evaluate these ideas. Select the most promising ones and allocate resources to turn those ideas into blockbuster products and services. My colleagues in the following weeks will elaborate more on these issues. In this video, we highlighted the importance of having a clear innovation strategy. Remember, an innovation strategy is like a lighthouse. Without its gleaming light, firms navigating in wild shores will not be able to find the right direction and risk ending crashing to the rocks. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any questions or remarks, feel free to post them on the discussion forum.